Federal funding pause. Chuck Schumer and the Democrats call this a constitutional chaos. My name is Marcus Russell.
Alex W,
Yo,
man.
this is the Marcus Russell Show. Check out Chuck Schumer. Mainly check out Alina Habba defend our president on his current actions on pausing the federal funding. They mad because their money is about to get messed up. Yo, check out Bro's page in the descriptions. I need you to hit that like and subscribe button. I need 100,000 followers. Let's get
Straight
right
to it.
to it.
Do it.
Alina Habba, counselor to President Trump. Alina, thank you for being with us.
Hello.
We appreciate it. So a lot of criticism coming from the Democratic side of the aisle, not surprisingly, most vociferously from the Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, who said this. Listen here.
This decision is lawless, dangerous, destructive, cruel. It's illegal. It's unconstitutional. I spoke to my attorney general this morning. She's head of the State Attorneys General Association. They're going to court right away.
So what do you say to Senator Schumer?
Well, a couple things first, Chuck. Your attorney general is not the attorney general. We have an attorney general. That will be Pam Bondi. And what your opinion is on what the law is doesn't really matter. It's what the White House counsel says and what our attorney.
Yeah, what you say doesn't matter, Chuck Schumer. It's what our president said.
Exactly.
It's over for that. They're just really just panicking because their money is tied up. You know,
Yeah.
they have a lot of federally funded programs that really literally just funnel right back into these politicians'
Exactly.
pockets. And he's not taking away federally funding; he's pausing it.
And fixing a system on how you could get the money. Because if you really think about it, you probably have a small business. A couple of you guys probably have small businesses. You probably apply to get these loans and you get denied. And when you get denied, in reality, they're getting approved for that $2,500 to $25,000 that you probably were supposed to get. But instead, it goes into people like Chuck Schumer and his buddies, and they go and F it off.
Right?
You
They
know?
have these different type of federally funded programs supposedly
Yeah.
that collect billions
Yeah.
of our taxpayer money, and literally we don't never see nothing done with it. Alina Habba gave the example of the transgender. I don't want to get into it, but yeah,
You're gonna hear
federally
it.
funded program, and also I love Alina. She's
Yeah.
so
It's fun to see her on screen. You know it's always about to be something good, whether she's talking or just watching.
she's definitely right.
So let's keep going, man. That's what we got. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. My channel's in the description.
What he
Attorney
said.
General of the United States says, what we have done is cut spending. Look at what President Trump has done with Doge. He has cut so much money and then brought in trillions of dollars into America and people from overseas reinvesting in this America because the last administration was so weak and was so frivolous with how they spent their money, having DEI funding for things like that, transgender transitions, people influencing my children, I'm not okay with. That's illegal and unconstitutional. So, you know, Chuck can check his attitude at the door, but I'm not really surprised by him. You know, this is the narrative we're going to hear. We all know it. And that's why people watch this show, because they want to hear what the truth is out of the White House, which is that we are examining everything, taking a look at where money is going, how it is being spent, so that we can be responsible with taxpayer money, something the last administration, frankly, didn't care about.
Alina, great to have you back on the program, and good to see you there at the White House. From Senator Schumer to the Chicago mayor, Brandon Johnson said this about the Trump administration's attempt to cut federal funds. Listen.
What's clear from this administration is that they do not have the full pulse or the breadth of what people in America are calling for. It's, again, no secret that this administration has a great deal of disdain for working people. These appropriations.
Man, Brandon, you
Give it
do
up.
not represent your state, your city, Chicago, your constituents, or black people. This dude, Brandon, is a complete idiot. I watched him all the beginning of this year keep trying to raise the amount of money that he was trying to borrow from the
Yep.
government so he can take care of illegals in his city.
It's kind of like the Gavin Newsom situation.
I-
He was raising money to literally go after Trump, and then Trump gets off the jet. This good dude is bowing down, you know, getting on a knee. I'm like, man,
Man,
this stuff is crazy.
these dudes,
They
some
do
of these-
anything to keep that money.
Right, some of these politicians, like that's all he wants is the federally funded extras. So you
Yeah.
know he's gonna get on the mic and cry about it. Brandon really
And he's not going to say anything about those people that were in that city council meeting
begging him for years.
to fix the problem.
Oh my God, yo!
You know,
that's a perfect example of what's wrong with the Democratic Party and the nerve of him to say that the Republicans are out of touch with what the people want. You are the poster boy of being out of touch with what your people want.
Yeah, yeah,
Literally, Brandon, shut it up, man.
I agree.
Plain. Let's keep it going, man.
Who we got, man?
Have been mandated by the legislative branch. These are laws. And, you know, we as a country of laws and democracy, we prefer when we have leaders who actually are committed to upholding that law.
All right, so to the Chicago mayor, you say what?
Well, first of all, there was a mandate. It was on November 5th, and we swept the country, and that's because they weren't okay with what the last administration did. So the mandate does not come from the legislative history. It comes from the American people who voted President Trump and his America First agenda. And that is what we're going to do, and that is what we are doing, exactly what Americans voted for. And we are going to continue to do that. So, you know, again, left-wing narrative, we expect more to come because we're shaking things up. President Trump is a disruptor to help America. Every single person that is going to get confirmed and has gotten confirmed is America First agenda. That's what we're going to do.
So, Alina, you said a moment ago at the top that we have an Attorney General, Pam Bondi. We don't yet have an Attorney General. She may get voted out of committee tomorrow. The confirmation vote probably won't happen until next week. In the meantime, a week from Sunday, there's a huge national security event, the Super Bowl, in a place that saw a terrorist attack not too long ago. Why are Democrats dragging their feet in getting a confirmation vote for her?
Well, that's a problem. It's a real problem, and President Trump's made it clear that they better cooperate and push our people through. These are people that are on point with our mandates, with what America voted for, and they're playing games. They're saying they're not available. They're doing what they need to do to slow roll this. And frankly, we have acting attorney generals. We have people acting in the DOJ, running the show, helping President Trump push every single EO, and there has been many of them, out and making sure that people cooperate. Government officials need to cooperate as well. And I think America is tired of this. This is what they voted out. We don't want games. We want our people in. We want good people in. And Pam Bondi is one of them. So are a lot of the people that are going in front of hearings this week, as we know.
All right, Alina, so we just heard from Caroline Levitt, her first stop at the podium there in the White House briefing room. You're joining us live. Just, you know, before we let you go, I mean, this is only week 2. How would you describe the first couple weeks inside that White House?
Well, first of all, I want to be the first to congratulate Caroline. I think she did tremendously. She's going to be a great press secretary. Secondly, I can tell you that the energy coming from the building right behind me, where I have seen every day, day in, day out, we come in early, we leave late. Everyone is working hard to fix what has happened over the last 4 years. And there is a lot to fix. Yeah. And America needs to be patient. But I'll tell you, we're moving quick, as you've seen. And President Trump doesn't play games. When he says something, he means it. He said it on the campaign trail, and he's putting those things into action.
In terms of moving quickly, Donald Trump has done more in the first 100 hours than most administrations do in the first 100 days. And we know the change in Washington is like turning a super tanker around. Can the agencies handle the speed at which this is happening?
Absolutely. You have to understand one other thing. PPO's office, and a friend of mine, Sergio, has done a tremendous job of hiring so many people. He's hired thousands of people. We have so many resumes coming in. We're interviewing every single day. But more importantly, we're doing something else. Terminating. We're terminating people that are not part of the agenda, that do not want to put America first. And that is a big part of that process. The reason things weren't moving quickly is because they didn't want them to. Because you have people politicking instead of doing. And that's going to stop now.
Yo, I pretty much will do anything Alina Habba tells me to do. If she told me to go cut the grass, I definitely would go cut the grass.
While there's snow on it.
With the snow.
Yeah, definitely. She was 100% right. You know, they've done a lot of stuff so far, and it's gonna take some time, but I think they're gonna get it done fairly quick because it's 4 years of damage they gotta undo. You know, and then they gotta start putting in work to make it look like they did something, because a lot of people are not gonna notice, but once they clean up this federal funding little scheme they have going, America is going to be put first once again.
And
you
let
know,
me clarify, because they're taking away food stamp scare. No, Medicaid and Medicaid, SNAP, and all those mandatory programs still go on without pause. They're getting rid of small business loans for small businesses, SBAs. Like people who have farmer loans, financial loans. It was a whole list of stuff.
rental assistance,
rental assistance, Pell grants, those things like that. And they're just paused until we can review how this money is being spent. Because the
Exactly.
amount of money that actually goes to the American people, as opposed to how much money is
They're
federally
getting.
funded, is largely different.
Yeah.
And we need to be concerned about where it's actually going.
We should look like Dubai in every major city
We balling,
with
y'all,
with how much money is up there.
but
You
they're
know,
not giving none of us this money.
these people are taking this money, going on trips, building houses in different countries,
That part.
and spending it for themselves before they're feeding the American people.
That's the only reason they're mad. They're not standing up for you. They standing up for their hustles.
Exactly. So
No,
I tell you guys like this: it's time we put Americans first. And if you looked into this stuff, you will be behind this. And if you look
would.
into us, you'll be subscribed and check out my channel description. Like, hit the like button, subscribe. We out.
What he said, peace.